The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. What truth? That you are a slave.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of The Matrix. And as you can see today here, I'm sitting with the gentleman of the house. You know, the man in the suits.
Invisible suits.
Yeah. So yeah.
I wore my suit today, but
you wanna wear a suit?
I'm business minded. That's why. What the heck? Yes.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So we are back here with another episode. This is episode 4, and today
I think you need to introduce so that they can know our names. Our podcast names.
Oh, okay.
This is Stepson.
What the?
It's Mr. Stepson.
What the fuck?
Nah. So this is the White Wolf, man. If you see him, you call him the White Wolf. He's the White Wolf.
I'll introduce myself.
And then
I say no. Hey. This is Mr. Stoic.
Okay.
The White
Wolf. This is Mr. Stoic himself. This is the White Wolf.
Yeah.
Mr. Producer, but I know what I was gonna say about my name. No, that's not what your name. My name is Mr. Stoic. I know what you're gonna say. I'm not gonna swear. I'm just gonna try to limit saying shit.
Okay, so that was our introduction. We've had more than 3 episodes here. We never reintroduced ourselves. So today, that's where. There you go. Now you know us. Those are the names that we go by here. And then today we're actually gonna be dealing with men stuff.
Mainly.
Yeah. Fuck. Are you correcting me? He's doing shit. He's revealing the secret.
We're gonna talk to men with balls today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How big are they?
So guys, before we can actually continue, we would ask you to actually please subscribe if you haven't subscribed.
Gents, we are trying. Listen, we know the camera quality, it's not that much pleasing, but try to support us. As we go on, we're trying to improve the audio, we're trying to improve the camera quality, the camera and everything, so that you can enjoy the best content, and then you can be able to see our guests properly, because I'm sure some of you are complaining, don't worry. As time goes on, we're going to improve everything. Just that we need your support. We need you to subscribe, to like, follow, and share, and interact with us so that we can be the best.
Hit that follow button. Hit that follow button.
He doesn't mess around with the follow button.
Yeah. So that's how they support us, by subscribing, guys. We are not asking for donations.
And comments.
We are not asking for money. But it wouldn't be such a bad. Okay, fine. Let's forget it.
if you wanna
just subscribe.
If you wanna do more than if you wanna help more than subscribing, you can contact us. We're gonna open a join group. We're gonna have members who are gonna join and support us. You know what I
And
mean?
if you wanna be here one of the days in the podcast, you can hit us and join us.
Yeah. It's Mr. White Wolf himself. You heard it for yourself. If you wanna be in the video, make sure you comment and tag one of us or something. Or if you have our socials, contact us, and then we're gonna respond to you. Gonna put you and share your own views and your opinions about the world.
Thank you, guys. Let's start.
Nice.
Okay, guys. So, as we've been saying, that today is just the testosterone in the room. So we are not gonna be walking on eggshells for anyone. Here we're gonna be squashing some balls.
We're gonna be crumbling something. It's gonna be going big and that. Oh my god.
Okay, so but then basically today we're just gonna be reviewing, because we are the hosts, right? So we're gonna be basically reviewing of the guests that we've had so far. The Matrix, the agents of the Matrix.
The Matrix.
Yeah, they are the Matrix. But do you think we've cracked them so far, bruh? Or we still have a long way to go?
I feel like we still have a long way to go, because some of them, they haven't changed that much. They were not that cracked. Some of them, they are great. Some of them, I think we didn't crack them. So I think we still have a lot of work. Please subscribe for more guests so that we can interact. We need your support, guys. We need your support. You need to interact and comment what you think. Don't be scared. I don't know. It doesn't even take that much to say, hey, gents, you are wrong there, or you can change this. I feel like if you do this, it's gonna just share your own opinion. Doesn't matter, so that we can improve. We can't improve if we don't know what's happening with the content. We're just gonna keep giving you content, the same content. So I think so far for the guests, I don't know if we managed to crack, but we managed to crack some, but we didn't crack some. That's what I'm saying. But still,
You remember this other episode when it ended, the guest was like, I'm still wilding. I'm like,
I'm still wilding.
She still wants to wild.
which means we still need to crack deeper. But the truth is, our own motive is to change everyone's mindset.
Yeah.
To change what the matrix has put upon you, what we grew up being taught. So we wanna change that thing. But truthfully and deep down, you all know that you can take a horse to the river. You can't force the horse to drink the water. If it doesn't want to, let the horse stay a loser. You can try to change it. You can't force it to drink. If it doesn't want to change it, let the horse stay a loser.
Or you take its head, you plunge it into the water. It's gonna open the mouth.
That's a criminal.
It's gonna drink.
So that's what you are.
That's out of
We force
Okay,
it.
guys, you want to force you.
But guys, no. Now, you can see this makes sense what you are saying. Stop acting like you don't understand. I'm vibing.
You still wanna go to Nkonga.
So, what are your reviews
On the
about
guests.
our guest, Mr. White Wolf, the White Cock himself?
The guests that we've had so far, like, what do you think of them?
Guys, the guests we had up so far, they were so difficult to crack, but then we keep pushing, guys. Now we saw like those guys, they were so aggressive on us.
Some of them
At least we had the time like to see like where we went. Or now we're gonna come back strong. Then push them to change. That's it.
Okay, but then do you think or they are so deep in the matrix in such a way that like do you think they represent the world at large? How like the world thinks, like, you know, especially our age, in our age. Because like usually, like most of them, they believe if a man cheats a woman, it's a woman's right to cheat again, right?
Yeah.
Getting, that's what they all believe.
Which is not
all they all believe in getting even, and they don't know actually it has actually more negative effect on women
Okay.
than the guys, right?
Sure.
So do you think that's how the world thinks, or it's just them?
That's their delusion.
That's
not true.
So it's not, but do you think it's how the world thinks? That's the question. Like, is it the world? Is it how the world thinks at large? Mostly.
That's a difficult question.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You guys shooting?
Yeah. No, you can ask.
You can ask.
You can ask. Tell me to
Are you referring to the matrix? Are you referring to the system we are using, or are you referring to maybe the decision we made due to our emotions? Because our emotions
Give me the phone.
play a big role
So it can-
in the decision. So which one are you referring when you are referring to the matrix? Because I think there's a difference. When you spoke about cheating, right? You spoke about, let's say, a man cheat and a girl comes again, he cheats because a man cheated.
Yeah.
Is that part of the matrix? Because I thought maybe the matrix is something like the system we're living in.
Yeah.
Some people are so lost in the system that, let me tell you something like they believe that we go to school, find a job 9 to 5, and that's the life. And you go and make and you go and have a family, and that's it. And you have to wake up 6 a.m., go to job, come back at 5. That's it. That's when we say someone is deeply lost in the matrix. But when you speak about the cheating, it's a decision made on emotions. I don't know if you understand.
I understand. I understand what you say. I don't know. Do you mind putting your seat here? Like,
I was here to start, but let me join. I love the topic.
yeah.
I think you should.
Yeah.
At the first. I do get this.
Okay, guys. So, like, as you know, as you can see, like, we had an unexpected guest here. So he has some interesting questions that he wants to, you know, to know. So I don't know if you can repeat the question, or should I?
Oh.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna
can,
repeat
I can
the
repeat what I've said. What I've said is that I heard my brother speaking about women believe that once a man cheat,
Yeah.
and it's their time to cheat again.
Yeah.
And he said he doesn't know if people are so deep in the matrix that they are not realizing. So what I'm asking him is that matrix isn't something like when you believe that you must just find a job. Then you go to school, you find a job, you get to work 9 to 5 and have a family, and that's it.
Yeah.
And they keep you away from maybe thinking about bigger things like businesses or creating a bigger picture behind it.
Out of like everything, like when we talk about the matrix has got many plates or many layers to it, right? The one you just referred to, it's like, let's just like, that's the basic overview of the matrix, which is like mainly in the corporate world, right? Or the school system, like, you know, they tell you this is the life. This is, you get born, you have to go to school, you have to get a 9 to 5 job. Then after that, you get your 9 to 5 job, you pay your taxes, and then you leave, and then you expect your pension at the end of age 65.
Yeah.
And then even after that, you're still broke. You're still broke. Yeah. So I believe that that's the matrix that actually, like, it's actually known at large. But then in truth, we believe the matrix, it's got like so many layers to it that it includes many things. So the matrix is basically a hypnosis.
Yeah.
That it's like you are made to believe, or this is actually true. Right.
Yeah.
It's like like when you're born, they introduce you to you are exposed to a system of living, right? So you believe this. When are you?
It's the only right way to
This is the only way
Yeah.
do things.
Yeah, so like right now, basically, you are told, fine, you have to order a pizza. But when growing up, you didn't even know you liked pizza. But then people probably talked about it so much that you think, oh, pizza is so good, I need to get some of that. But because many people have told you it's so good, now you are convinced pizza is good. Now you order a pizza and then you eat, you feel like it's good. But then that has been actually, you will never realize that it was planted into your mind. That's the matrix. You didn't make your informed decision on your own. So the matrix is kind of like
influencing.
It's more influence and exposure. They call the environment. You understand? You wouldn't be living like this if you actually born somewhere else where people don't live like this. So you actually have the life that you have in response to the environment that you're actually exposed to. Do you understand? So that's the matrix. But then if you can escaping the matrix, it's more like you have to escape that system and then make your own decision as if you were not in that environment. So that's what we believe the matrix is. So back to your question of the girls, like girls believe, because girls usually they don't believe in actually making decisions for themselves as much as they think this is for themselves. Usually it's more of influence. Again, it's more like they want to get even with men.
Yeah.
Because if you can check these things,
which is not true.
Exactly. If you check these
That thing is called, it is feminism or something.
Feminism. Yeah, they believe.
Feminism is also a part of the system. It's part of the system. It's way too deep, feminism. It's something where they want a woman to be independent.
Yeah.
And once a woman is independent, a woman will rule over men. And once a woman rule over men, the world will never be
That's the collapse of society.
That's what that matrix came into play to turn the real feminism.
Yeah.
It was not original like that. That's
There's an
where the
agenda
matrix-
behind this feminism. There's an agenda. There's a big agenda.
That's what we're trying to talk and try to convince women that it was not always like this. We have been told when to say it like that, you are supposed to believe that you are supposed to get a higher salary or match with standards of men. In truth, is men are traditional leaders, men are born to be. So now, just because men are taking a role, are playing their role, so women like, now we want a 50-50. For example, let's take this thing of the World Cup. In the World Cup, there was a FIFA World Cup for men and women. So women, they got paid 30 million for this thing, for the month that they made, they generated the revenue. And then males, they got paid 400 million for generating revenue. And they wake up, why is that? Why is the gender pay gap? Why? So there's a statistic that says that women will pay a larger percentage of money. They pay from the month they generated. So the Women's World Cup generated 130 million for the World Cup. The Men's World Cup generated 6 million. And then what they pay, women were paid 6% of the money they generated. Women were paid, it was 18% or 20% of the money they generated. Women.
Okay.
So it's not about the difference of gender pay gap. It's about getting what you deserve, what you qualify for, what you worked for. So men, they get more viewers and more sponsorship, so they get paid what they deserve.
Yeah.
So that's the agenda. No, that's what women are being tricked about feminism. No, you're supposed to get this. No, you're supposed to get what you deserve.
No, the thing
What you
is
qualify
that
for.
they're dividing these genders. They're dividing the two genders.
Exactly.
And when they're dividing the two genders, our gender is left outside. Because if you right now you go to police station and say a woman raped you, do you think they will take you serious? They won't take you serious. But if a woman goes there, more than
It's gonna be a serious case.
more than 5 vents will come.
It's gonna be a serious case.
You see? And one thing, they are also developing machines, those machines that are able to satisfy women sexually.
Exactly.
And one thing we know, we control
What do we
women.
get? What do we get?
You don't
We
get
control
anything.
women sexually.
They're not
Sexually, we
making
have
anything for
power
us.
over women.
Yeah, no?
Yeah.
You have to understand this thing. But once you get in a relationship and you find out that girl has power over you sexually, she will destroy you. Once she has power over you, if she's
Yeah,
able to
yeah,
say
you're
no,
right, Paige.
if she's
Yeah.
able to say no to sex when you want it, that's when she has
Exactly.
power over it.
Yeah. So, do you believe the term that says women? There's this term that says women have the right to give you sex without the woman's permission. It's not have sex. So there's this thing that it's a woman's choice to have sex. So even if you both are like maybe a couple, and she says no, it's a no.
She's
So,
the gate-
that's
she's
why-
the
so
gateway.
is it true that women like
the
hold the key to
gatekeepers.
sex? Something like
Yeah,
that?
a woman will only have sex with you if she wants to.
If she wants to,
If she
yeah.
wants to. You can get inside a room with a woman, but if she doesn't want to, you will see. Even if you force her, that's when it's called a rape. She doesn't want to. And then-
Let's reverse the same thing now. Let's reverse the same scenario. Now it's you saying no. What will people think? You said no to sex.
He's gay.
He's gay.
You know, we grow up with this mentality.
He's weak.
No, it's not only that.
Yeah.
We grow up with this mentality. If you come from cars, if you come from those kind of things, we'll be sitting there at the tuck shop. You know what we tell each other? If you don't have a woman, you know what? You are not man enough. If you don't have 3 of them, you are not man enough. Those kind of things, we grow up with them. And once you grow up with them, you go in to date 3 girls and when you realize, no, they are not worth it.
Yeah, it's not
It's not worth it having 3 of them. That's what we think. And once you refuse sex as a man, let me tell you something. Once you refuse sex as a
You're
man,
a G.
you have power.
You're a G.
You have power over
Yeah,
women.
that's very
That
much-
means they have nothing on you that they can
You're
control.
not a C.
The only thing a woman can have that has power over is sex. If,
Yeah, that's the only thing.
if you are not feeling her sexually, you won't even look at her. You won't even praise her.
You know,
You
this
tell-
guy's the
Okay.
truth.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you, gents, all of you. I want you gents to tell me, it's one by one. Does this term say power of a pussy? I don't know if you ever heard
Yeah, I once said that. It's a lie. That thing, it's made to make women, you know what, to think different about their pussy. Because they do have power in pussy. There are men who are controlled with
That's the
pussy,
power they
men.
use.
There are men who are controlled with that. And
Exactly.
that's why
Yeah.
you find a man on his phone ready to impress a girl. All of those things. What do women bring? If we are being feminist, if we are being feminist like they say, you go to a woman, you have to buy her flowers, you have to take her out, buy her cosmetics, and maybe what do you call
support.
financial support, the whole thing. Also emotional support. You know, women are very, 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 very much selfish. Very selfish. If she has money, she doesn't share it with you. If she's wrong, she won't
And she won't
apologize.
date you if you don't make money.
No.
That if you make more, if you don't make money, that's more higher than hers.
Yeah.
She won't.
And if she knows that you have money, she'll make sure she eats that money and you are sharing it with nobody else. It's fine.
He's one of us.
Yeah, no, but it's right. Too. It's right.
Nah, that's
Yeah,
the
it's
thing.
right.
Women only think for themselves.
Like imagine.
Men think for women.
Yeah.
And that thing is also placed in our head, like you said, firstly,
Yeah,
like
sure.
a lot of things were placed in our head.
Yeah.
A lot of things were placed in our head. We're made to believe we have to take care of women. And women, because they also know that they are entitled to what we own.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
become entitled
That's why
somehow.
they take your last name.
Yeah, no, because besides taking entitled to whatever you own, they are entitled to it. If you have money, she wanted to share.
Yeah.
Once you don't share, it's a problem.
it's
Yeah.
You see, you know that thing of like what they say when a guy makes like a lot of money, he thinks of having a family and take care of
Yeah,
it.
it's
But
it's
when a
placed in
woman,
here.
but when a woman makes a lot of money, she says, "I don't need a man."
become a prisoner of her own
and
success.
she becomes a boss bitch, and they don't wanna be. Because they don't
this
tell her.
big
They are selfish. Women are
Exactly.
selfish and have ego. They have
Yeah.
ego. Once, let me tell you, be in a relationship with a girl, show her how much she loves you. One day she will do you wrong. She won't apologize. Do you know that? A woman sit down like this and accept that she's wrong. It's high. It does happen, but you will never see that in days. A woman will never sit down and admit she's wrong.
Yeah.
Do you think what does that put us? But a man, once a man is wrong, a man doesn't feel that thing of going back and saying, you know what, I won't apologize. Men always apologize. He will come to a woman and tell her, you know what I did is wrong. And tell her, a woman only apologizes. I don't know, man. I've never really.
If she's losing something or something that you have, she can't get from other guys.
Yeah.
That's what she's gonna try to.
Financial. That's financial.
Exactly.
That's finance. If you're good finance, that's when she will apologize, even though she doesn't mean. A woman can apologize in front of your face once you turn your head and she stick her tongue out. That's how prideful they are. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth, man. That's the thing.
Yeah, but do you know, like I was watching a series this other day,
Yeah.
and this guy was like advising his son like about being a man. He was like, the number one rule of living with women, right, is to know that nothing makes sense. And then right or wrong, you still have to apologize.
That's the thing, it damages us emotionally. Somehow, emotionally, we are not in the same level with women, and that's what we are meant to believe.
Yeah.
You know, if the only time you think you'll find a good woman is the woman that will apologize.
Yeah.
Is the woman that will make sure that everything she does makes sense. Some women knows the truth, but they don't want to live up to it.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
once a woman doesn't want to live up to that truth, it's wrong, man. We have to be prideful as much as they are prideful. If we give these people the same energy they are giving us, that's when we'll be on the same level. Because the thing about feminism has a bigger agenda. And
That is
there's
to
human
displace
evolution. When as time goes, human being evolve. A lot of women will start to do what to become feminists, because in this early age, in this modern life, women are also given equal opportunities. As much as they are given equal opportunities to do what, they become more feminist, and there will be a time where a woman will want to marry two men just because those two men are broke and she can control them financially.
It is happening. Joe.
That's very true.
That's something that we are going to. And as we evolve in that way, a lot of women will be feminism. We will have a women president. Let me tell you, once we have a women president, once we have a women president, everything a woman says will be yes. A woman will rule. And once a woman, I'm not against women. But men are meant to lead.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
That's the traditional.
Even firstly, when everything started, God made a man, and he trusted a man with everything, but he realized a man without something, he will be lonely. Then he took his rib and made something that will keep him company.
So basically, women are supposed to be companions.
Yeah, they're supposed to be.
Yeah, company.
You heard it for yourselves, guys.
Yeah, company.
They are here to help. They are here to nurture and take care of our goods.
I'm not against women. Even whoever's listening in the comment, I'm not against women.
Yeah.
But also women know. They know. It's within them. They
Deep
know.
down, they know.
Yeah.
That's the matrix that we're trying to uncover.
That's why God is a man.
He's going somewhere. He's going somewhere. Yo.
So, as a man, you're not supposed to tolerate shit from a woman. Is that true?
No, we're supposed to be equal with them.
Yeah.
Like, I'm saying being tolerant to shit.
No, don't.
Women would take advantage of you. Just
Don't.
don't.
Once
you
a
don't
woman
have to
takes
do
advantage,
that.
you lose power, man. And
power.
there's this thing, they call it love. I don't think it really loves, man. Once you get to be intimate with them, somehow you and the woman were connected, né?
Yeah.
And once you're connected, that's why once they will tell you that if you start loving a woman too much, the woman will start withdrawing.
Yeah, that's the
She stand out to see you going crazy inside that relationship. He's going all out, taking her out. Yeah, alone she will be out there. You know what? That moment you become a puppet. You become a puppet. And she realizes when you love her, you can see when she starts being moody. That means when she starts getting moody, you have to go and try something.
Nurse her feelings.
Yeah, nurse her feelings.
Yeah.
That's where you will go. Once she become moody, you will start to have to nurse her feelings, try to accommodate how she feels, make her feel somehow. Once she becomes too happy, you have to become happy. Whether you are sad or not, you have to adjust to that. You see?
That's slavery.
No, we are being damaged emotionally just to, our emotions are being used, we are at the expense just to uplift them.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We are uplifting them in that way.
So,
See?
women and men are not the same. Traditionally,
We are not the same.
We are not the same.
And we won't be the same.
But if the world is going there for us women and women be equal, we must also behave like that. That's the only
Yeah,
way.
that will be the end of civilization, as I believe it. 'cause
And I think there will be a war between this. There have been civil wars. Then there will be a gender war.
Yeah.
There will be a gender war because some countries like America, that's where it will start. America is like, let's say maybe we are living as neighbors, or maybe we are living there. Those people in the community, they are influential. They are big, and whatever they do is able to be. So a lot of people are like they are also able to do it just because that person is doing. Let's say maybe a celebrity start wearing this kind of way, in a style that and we kind of like this way. There are also going to be those youngsters, those who start to wear that way. You know, that's influencing. America is like that thing. Take America as your neighbor. Take America as your neighbor, like your real neighbor close to you. Because whatever America does, a lot of countries are going to do. And once America's
exposure to,
and
we all see it's
it's more. That's the thing about it. It's a marketplace. It's a business in America. They are about ruling the world, and ruling the world is not about placing an American president in every country. It's not about that. Once there's an American president in that way, and that person believes in this way, that person is able. Firstly, America is a superpower country. Russia is a superpower country, but it's not focused on influencing other countries. It doesn't show you how it lives. Let's tell you why do you think in countries like South Africa and other countries do people rap? Rap started in America, but it was able to reach us. We can say I do love hip hop, but we can say that it is traditional. Maybe somehow it just entered us. No, just because they exposed it to us and we loved it, then we started adapting it. Let's say something like all their rights. They've shown us how they live, and they also influenced us. We wanted to live like them. Something like South Africa is just a younger version of America. Everything they do, we're doing it.
I want to copy.
See, once they be a woman president in America, that law will be passed at the UN, United Nations. Once it passed at the United Nations, they will say now women and men are equal. Even countries like South Africa, there will be a woman that rules.
They will get that privilege.
And a lot of men must be afraid when it comes to this. Women are men in this world. We are less. How many men are smoking drugs? Who fall between the two genders? Which gender falls into drugs more? Mostly,
it's men.
It's men. It's men.
Is it because of the stress and the oppressions that we get? Because that we can't even talk about it.
Because women have a way to go. It's paused.
Okay, guys, welcome back. As we are from the break, we actually here. Don't laugh at it. So we're gonna continue tackling some issues on the matrix here. So as you were hearing how our man here was actually explaining about what he thinks about the matrix and how the world, and most importantly, had some interesting points about women. So don't call him a misogynist, guys. It's just like expressing how his views and how he actually feels or thinks women actually So here, as we are back here, we can actually continue. And not forgetting, please guys, don't forget to subscribe. We are begging you. That's the only way. That's the only way you can actually support us, guys.
I'm begging back.
So as we continue, I have one question here. I want to know, from you guys, we actually say the matrix is actually more about mind control, right? More like a hypnosis, because they say there's this saying that they say give me a child and I will give you back the man. Do you know what that actually means?
Give me a child.
I do.
They don't. Okay, fine. On this documentary of Dr. Bruce Lipton, he was actually explaining about how a child, when you are born as a child.
You said a child?
No, Bruce Lipton, he was explaining about a child. From when you're at your younger age, right, your tender age, from probably the age of 2 and then to age 6. That's like your tender age, right? That's where you're starting to be conscious about things. But then you're not really at that level. Like your mind is not vibrating at that level where you are really able to like make your own decisions and own choices. They call it the theta stage, where like it's like the downloading stage of how the world is, how the world works. It's like the programming stage. That's where the line comes, give me the boy and I'll give you back the man. That's like the age where you have to program your son or your daughter, how you want them to see the world. That's like what usually they say, like you grow up in a very abusive family, you are most likely to be abusive, because that's what you downloaded in your tender age, right? So that's the downloading stage. So I think that's what actually the matrix actually starts. That's where we start to get fucked up. It's the truth, bro. So like that's where we actually get fucked. But like, cause like then when you grow up, you see your father going to work. He's going to work 5 o'clock in the morning. He's coming back 6 o'clock when it's late. That's his life. That's what you're downloading. When people are shouting at each other, that's what you're downloading, right? Yeah. Everything that you know, that's when you downloaded it. So that's where the matrix actually really starts. You understand? So yeah, that's where the line starts. Give me the boy and I'll give you back the man. That's where you need to train your sons. Your steps.
My son.
It's like a generational thing, and in each and every generation it gets more strong.
Yeah.
If this generation was living this 9 to 6, working 9 to 5.
Yeah.
He was working 9 to 5. You be there and you are happy. Your father looks happy that he's working 9 to 5. You also be a strong believer of that. This is the way.
Yeah.
And your son, if he goes to work that thing, he will also be a strong believer of that. This is the way. That thing.
Exactly.
Generation to generation, it gets more and more strong.
Yeah.
Inherit. Okay.
So that's basically what the matrix actually where it starts. Also, another agent of the matrix, the biggest of them all, that is the mainstream media.
Yeah, media. That's what they use to connect with people.
Yeah.
They show you what they want you to know about the world.
Yes.
Which is not necessarily true. They will talk to you about like diseases that maybe they're not even exist. Probably you are not sure of all these diseases. They might be making them up, but then because they're on the media and you trust what they use. Now, Pella, you have to know these people, they don't give a fuck about you.
They don't.
They want like they're on the business, obviously. So you know like what is the most leading businesses in the world? Big Pharma, mainstream media, and what also like also the school system. But that's like those are the like ruling systems in the world.
There's a big agenda.
That's what they control.
Behind everything, guys. You have to know that those people who are doing this not only for man. There's a big agenda. I was speaking with my guy here, but I didn't really want to mention things like maybe the secret organizations that are going on. That's really ruling us.
Okay,
You're afraid of being cancelled.
I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of.
It's gonna get taken down. This channel. They control YouTube.
No, they won't take it down. There are a lot of people who speak about this kind of things.
Tell us about it.
I want to tell you something like there's a bigger agenda. There are those people who are not doing it for the money, and they make money to rule the world. They've placed money as something that rules the world. That's why money is at the top of the pyramid. That's how they rule the world. But there's a bigger agenda. There are secret organizations that wants to change the way
things move.
The way, let's say, the way we are living now is according to the Bible.
Sure.
They've already changed a lot of things that are in line with the Bible. They changed the fact that you shouldn't discipline your children. Now, so disciplining your children is a what? It's a crime. It's a crime. But in the Bible, they're giving you that right to discipline your children.
They also give you the right to make abortions.
Now they tell their child
giving you a right to be a woman.
If you want, you can be a woman. That's what they promote now.
Those secret organizations, they're the ones who are promoting these things. And if you go back in time, the world it's easy for the devil to convince a woman than it is for him to convince a man. Firstly, if Apple, that's the person who betrayed first. Eve is the one who ate the apple first. So it is easy for the devil to tempt women, but it's not that easy for the devil to tempt a man. Because you know what a man does? A man is something that believes in love. A man gets his happiness from love. If you tell him about me, if you have friends, that's where your happiness lies. If you have family, that's where your happiness lies. But if you take a woman is tempted by what you do. You can have a woman that doesn't love you, but for the fact that you have money, that's the reason she's around.
Yeah.
See, so for a man, what fill a man's heart is love. That's why it's not easy for a man to be tempted.
No.
See,
that's true.
So the Matrix is really trying hard.
Man, it's already happening, guys. If we say it's trying hard, it's like it's not happening. It's already happening, and it has been happening for generations. We in South Africa were only in democracy. I don't know if 20-something years. It's only it's like
29.
29. We just woke up. It's like we just woke up to this world, to this real world. Because back in the days, our grandfathers were not exposed to the media as we are exposed to the media right now. If you can understand, our black people were not exposed as we are exposed right now. It's like we just woken up, guys. It's like we just woken up and we just realize this is how the world goes. That way, somehow we just also followed.
And you all follow. You don't question anything.
Yeah.
But what do you think? Yeah, what do you think could be the reason for the government or the people in those secret organizations that he would call the elites?
Yeah,
they will come for you. Why do you think they have these, hidden agenda to want to suppress men or masculinity?
It's because
why do they want to suppress masculinity?
Hidden, like secret societies. Secret societies. Obviously, they work for the dark forces.
Yeah.
The dark forces is against light.
Yeah.
How we do things is how in the Bible they do things. So they want to turn that thing. That's why they're influencing something like being gays. I'm not against gays. They should understand.
He's gonna get
I do not know how you feel from inside. They are influencing those things. They are promoting those.
They are being promoted to be normal these days.
Yeah, and they're also promoting the fact that a woman should marry a woman.
Exactly.
A man should marry a man.
And you can become a woman anytime
they
you feel
want
like
to. They want to turn everything around. Everything that has to do with
everything
They want to make the world look upside down. They want to turn the world upside down.
Wow.
A woman can never rule, man. Once a woman rules, everything will go just south. Just basically, look. I want you to look at the small things women love. Small things. Just a normal woman and look at the things they love.
Yeah.
Things they admire. Not a man. They are women, they are true women that still believe in being good women.
Yeah, they are.
But look at just a woman. You go to clubs, right?
Yeah.
You will meet, just look at the things they admire. The cars, what you are wearing. They don't know how you think. They don't know how you think. How much you've spent.
Yeah.
Where you got the money is none of their business.
Nah.
Yeah, they don't care.
They don't know what you think.
That's you want.
That's the thing. They don't know what you think, but they only care about how you look. That's why they will tell you looks are deceiving, and girls are deceived by looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, women. Yeah.
They want power so bad. They want power so bad that they go.
But can they handle power though? If they were given the power, can they handle it?
No, they can't.
Our society will collapse. It's already collapsing.
Man, it is happening. This thing is happening. It's happening. And there was this president. I don't know the country. I don't remember the countries. I think it was Uganda, where he was hosting a conference, and he said, "In here, we don't want something." He said, "Gays." If
Homosexuality.
Homosexuality. You know that, right? Yeah. He spoke something about homosexuality, and you know what happened? The United Nations came after him. That's what happened.
Yeah. I saw about president for USA.
The United Nations come up, and they are not giving up. Those kind of people, when they want something to be done, they want it to be done. You know what? They want the world to be in one way. They don't want difference. They want to be ruled in the same way. They want us to believe in the same things. They want us to be ruled in the same way. There are countries that are not exposing who they are.
Yeah.
Those countries, if we also as East South Africa, we stop exposing who we are, we'll have more power. Because the more we expose who we are, we're giving them what we love and what we don't love. And they're going to go. They are using those. Countries like China, in China, they are
we don't know a lot
very
about
secretive.
them. Yeah, we don't know a lot.
But if you go to China, you know China has the most advanced technology.
But we know they love kung fu.
Yeah, that's the only thing in that. And China, firstly China, before China became so developed and the way it is, it used to copy America. That's why China will go and make a movie that is full of lies. China does what it does. It makes movie that is full of lies. It doesn't really tell you about how they live.
And there are
It makes-
cities out there, cities operates, like where is what.
So let me not step out of the topic. Let's go back to the Matrix.
Yeah, can you?
Another break. Sorry for the many crops and many disturbance and shit, but I'm sure now that was the last break now. So as we're gonna continue, don't be mad. As we're gonna continue, still on the topic of the Matrix, and we're still saying, guys, you need to change because this thing has some boundaries. I'm just trying to limit them so that they don't get this thing, the freedom they deserve. Number two, the Matrix will make sure you end up sad and lonely with no family because of a big.
And the cat, don't forget the cat. Well.
And the cat. I'm putting the cat on the sofa. So as we continue, James, I don't know if you have something to ask or I should just.
No, like now I just want to. Bro, you forgot we are joined by we have a new guest. We have a new guest.
One of the new ones.
Yeah, so don't be surprised when you see the one of the white ones. We are joined by a new guest here. So like, yeah, guys, it's gonna be joining into our conversation, and then we're gonna be moving. Yeah, it seems like it's gonna be the testosterone all the way, but
Yeah.
yeah. So this is a challenge to you ladies. Please just also like organize. If like you feel like you wanna join us, call your friends or just actually just try and contact us so that we can also host you. Then we're gonna reach out to. So yeah, but you can continue with it.
Okay, so gents, no gents. So I want you all of you, I want to see your mindsets. This question is gonna be answered by everyone. So
Everyone.
yeah, so just give a simple answer and I'm gonna come back to you guys.
Sure.
Okay. I don't know which one I should start with. Okay. Why do you think all the high stressful jobs are being dominated by men? What do you think is the main reason for that? Like all the high stressful jobs like military, okay, we have air traffic controllers, it's mostly men. High level surgeons is mostly men. Those jobs need you to be very, very stressful and very stress tolerant. Why do you think they are dominated by men?
Okay, how do we go? Is he gonna start off?
Oh, yeah, that's easy.
One of
Physicality.
How does physicality matter in the stress part?
How does it matter?
Okay, it does matter on the military stuff. Being a surgeon, does physicality matter being a surgeon? Yeah, but yeah,
I also
physical
think
stuff-
even emotions, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
My take on this one, I think they used to be dominated by men. Right now, they are no longer dominated by men.
Yeah.
Not
Just
really.
that, not the same way.
It was 100% dominated
Yeah,
by
that's
men. But let me answer your question. Your question is why are they dominated by men, right?
Yeah.
I think
Such careers.
because such careers requires a lot from a person. And if you look at women, I'm not undermining them. I'm not undermining them.
Well, respect you, our women. Just stating fact.
I'm not undermining women, but women, it's not every woman who is ready to go all out or to chase a dream to the fullest. If you can take a look at it, a woman wants a man who is successful, that's where she settles. But a man firstly at their early ages, they have dreams, they want to be big. That's why a man, they are able to reach those kind of levels at the end of time. But women, they are women who wants to be successful, but they are not as much as men are.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so I think it comes down to me, right? So I think like the most stressful jobs that you actually mentioned, right? They are actually more dominated by men, simply because men are more tolerant, or men have got more resilience and bravery. Like, let's make an example. Let's take like in the electricity, yeah, let's say or like there's something that needs to be fixed. Like in most cases, you're gonna see a man clapping that pole. You think you're gonna see a chick there? Exactly. She's sitting at McDonald's. You have to climb that shit there, and you can fall at any time. So like men are more brave to approach things that because they had to do what has to be done. On this other podcast, bro, you were talking about like how men do things they don't feel like doing, but then they do them because they are men. They are more responsible, right? They do them. They have to. So I feel like men have got a responsibility of keeping the society, moving. Because like there's also this saying that says, a man a man can kill a what? A man can kill a person, but a woman can kill a society. You know what that means, right?
Oh, no.
So women are more emotional things or emotional beings that actually deal with what? With the ups. Chill. No, what I meant is that women deal more with abstract, issues. Because like as much as they say they want equal opportunities, they want equal rights. Also in the corporate world, they don't really mean it. They want the high job paying, the office jobs. Do you think they want to go and run into a burning building? You think they want to climb the poles and then also the buildings? Have you ever seen how they make constructions and they build flats? Well, those people they climb there. And then, in fact, that's like a man's job because men have got a responsibility. Because let's look at the railroads.
Even our physical being says.
Yeah, I can support you there. You see, this is how it is, man.
Yeah.
It's how it is. It's gonna be even in the future. Men are meant to be physically fit, strong. Women are weak.
What the fuck?
I'm telling you.
No, Mike,
Can you put that?
I can put it in another way.
Well, it's not us, guys.
It's not how it is.
Women have breasts. Let's look at them. Let's look at how they grow physically.
What? Women have what?
No, let's be honest.
Okay, fine. It's fine. James.
These jobs that require a lot of stress. Like those careers that requires to be stress tolerant. Why are being dominated by men?
Yeah, simple. Men are strong. Men are fit. All along, if you look at this thing in a mindset, how men were taken in the past and how they are now, the women are trying to challenge this thing. Why certain career fields are occupied more by men and stuff.
Yeah.
But they will never replace men. It can be. It is how it is.
So they're fighting.
We are strong. We are born to be physiologically fit and everything.
So you think they're fighting a losing war?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think more they are attacking us in such a way they are weakening men. They are telling men it's okay to cry, it's okay to be wrong, it's okay to be soft. So I think they are softening us. So sooner we're actually gonna be more equal to men in the physical sense. They're making us weak.
Yeah, it's possible.
In fact, look at all the influencers that actually tell men to go to the gym, tell men to be strong. They are all being cancelled. They don't want men to be strong.
They're being banned. Exactly. That you need to be strong.
They are all being criticized.
So the government doesn't want men to be weak, to be strong as actually we have to be. So they are weakening us in a sense. So if they actually succeed, we are gonna be more like women. You're gonna be having a problem, then you have to go to a therapist.
Go to the gym.
If women were strong enough to be like men, they shouldn't have weakened men, but raised women to our level.
But
instead they are weakening men just to be equal to women. So they should just let men be men and
they measure up. They should measure up. Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay.
What do you think? Don't run. He's running.
Nah. It's simple. It's because we all know that being a man, you have responsibilities. A man has to take responsibility of being strong and being brave, regardless of how you feel or emotions. We know women have a lot of emotional moods, even fluctuations and stuff. So as a man, it doesn't matter how you feel, your moods, your emotion doesn't count for you as a man.
Yeah.
How you feel, you need to act. So that's why men are being taken for those jobs, because they know how you feel still gonna climb the building.
Doesn't matter if you're scared.
It doesn't matter if you're scared.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Or even someone close to you pass away. But if yes, it's your duty to provide for the society, to maintain the society, for the infrastructure. You can see all the infrastructure that sustains this being controlled by men. Simply because even if maybe like a close relative of mine passes, and I'm the only one who's able to fix something that is going to maintain infrastructure, I'm supposed to go there and go and fix and maintain, because regardless of how I'm feeling right now, I'm going to perform my duty. A woman's going to be crying, no, I'm not feeling okay today, I can't, can I pass? It's understandable, stay at home, nurture the kids.
It's okay.
It's okay, stay at home, nurture the kids, make a home for me. And be submissive.
He wants a home.
Yeah, he maintains a home because it is a man's job to provide for him physically and financially. It is a woman's job to support the men spiritually and bring peace into their life. So that's kind of women is going to be submissive. The one who's not submissive, number one, okay, I have this question now. It brings me to this question, James. It brings me. So a woman who's not submissive is the woman who doesn't listen to you what you say. Yeah. So let's take example. A woman who has male friends, is that a liability or an asset? And when you say, please, I don't like the fact that you have male basis, I want you to stay home and stay with the kids. If she says no, I won't do that, what's your option? What are you doing? If she's not appealing to your needs, when you say no, she says yes, what's the first thing you will do? If she's no longer listening to you and she has male best friends, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna stay with her?
I leave.
Or you just out of the door, leave?
I leave or she leaves.
Okay?
Or she leaves.
What?
He doesn't care.
No longer get your
Not
kids,
that I
no
don't
longer
care.
listen to what you say. If you say, no, I don't like the fact that you go to the party with your whole friends because I know what's going to go down. Like, no, I'm not going to do anything. But we all know what they are doing there.
Now I choose to adapt with women. If a woman won't listen to me when I say I don't like a male friend, if there are things that I will be doing for that woman, I stop doing those things for that woman. If I'm supporting her financially, I stop supporting her financially. If I've been giving her enough attention, I stop giving her enough attention. I adapt to what she is. I give her the same energy she gives me.
Isn't that still making you lose? Because
No, I'm not losing.
Okay.
Because once I get to spend a woman, like go and spend the money in a woman, and that woman still doesn't respect you. That thing's more painful than, you know what, go and do your things, decide how you want to decide. You can have your male bestie, I will have what belongs to me. Because women to a man is the fact that a man can provide. You have to understand
Yeah, that's what they care.
Besides you being close to her sexually and whatsoever, any man can give her sex, but not any man can provide for a woman. But once you start taking her, the things that you do for her, maybe you are the one doing her hair, you are the one buying her cosmetics. Once you start taking that away from you, she will start questioning that. Because if a woman, you tell a woman that I don't like the fact that you have male besties, but she still continues that. She doesn't see like you're a man enough. That moment you are taking her out, but she still has male besties. Then withdraw yourself.
withdraw what you're doing for her.
Yeah, withdraw what you're doing for her.
You're no longer-
That's the power you have. Yeah.
So, which one is important in a relationship that you should, which one is the most important thing that you should acquire in a relationship from a female? Is it respect or love? The most important thing that you should acquire.
It is respect. It is respect.
It's respect.
Yeah.
Women don't have love, man.
So-
Women are selfish. Women don't have. I don't want to laugh. Women don't have love. Women were not designed. Women were not designed to give love. Women are selfish. Love is caring. When you care, that means you are not selfish. But once you are selfish, you do not have love. I'm not lying, guys. Once you are selfish, you do not have love. Women do not have love. Women are selfish. But they say sharing is caring. What is sharing? Sharing is helping one another. To a woman, to you only get to help her.
Yeah.
And she gets to give you what? Sex. Then what? And whatsoever not. And expenses. Women don't have love. They can respect. That's what you can say. Respect is when you tell her, no, I don't like you having a male base, and she withdraw from having a male base. That's respect.
That's respect.
That's respect.
Yeah.
See?
So if you become tolerant to her shit, she loses respect.
Yeah, she loses that respect more. That's why you must
And she no
withdraw.
longer likes you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then because you're gonna stay and beg her if you're a loser or
Don't do that.
Respect is a lot.
Don't do
what
that.
if you do if your girlfriend has male besties and she doesn't want to withdraw from those male besties? What's your option? What's your take?
Well, I'm gonna quote the big man AndrewTate here. he said this is where like the difference between a G and a simp, right?
Okay.
He said when you have a G and a simp, like you have a girlfriend and then you have got some certain standards or certain expectations of your girlfriend. As a G, if maybe she was doing those things and then she stops doing them, as a G, you stop doing what you, like he said you stop providing for her, you stop, I feel like we you know how we talked about like how men, like women expect men to hold their traditional gender roles while they don't want to uphold theirs. You understand? They want you to still provide, they want you to still be the man. When you're being attacked, they still want you to protect.
Yes.
They still want you to be the one that actually take responsibility if shit goes down. But then they are like, when it comes to them, they don't want to do shit. They'll be like, no, I'm liberated. I can't do this. This is you are being patriarchal. Like you're actually violating my rights as a human being. You understand? So if she wants me to be a traditional man, she needs to be a traditional woman. Which means she obeys. She fucking obeys.
If she doesn't.
Eh?
If she doesn't obey, like no, I still wanna vibe, I still wanna have fun. I'm still too young for this thing that you're saying.
If she doesn't obey,
Yeah.
deuces, bitch. I'm out. I'm out.
What do you do if she says no? I can't leave my big business. That's what my big business.
That's a
and I wanna
business.
party. You can't tell me what to do with my life.
Yeah, that's the point, Lauren. You realize over now she has lost the love, respect, and everything for you. That's why you withdraw.
Withdraw.
Immediately, you withdraw.
I don't give noise.
He doesn't even look for a reason.
Okay,
Why
so
would
it's
you
gonna be kind of tricky. I'm not against your friends, guys. This one's gonna be kind of tricky. And you need to think this thoroughly because some of you are gonna hurt some people about this question. It's about your friends.
Yeah.
It's about your friends.
Yeah.
But it's an honest question. It's an honest question. So if you feel like you're gonna hurt your friends,
Just
bro,
see the question,
bro.
bro.
Okay, it's okay. So on this question, so we all know you need to become physically attractive. You need to have a lot of traits for women so that they can desire you in some shape. So I have a question. I'm gonna start with you.
Hey, Baba, make sure it's
Why is it dangerous for you to hang around with friends? I'm gonna say with friends, men who are thirsty for women, who are not attractive women, who are thirsty for women. Why is it dangerous for you? Why is it dangerous to hang around with such people who
Is
don't
that
attract?
guys?
Yeah, to guys who don't attract women, who are thirsty for women,
Men who can get women.
who are thirsty.
One day.
If your friends are watching, fuck them, they are fucked. You need to expose them.
Oh,
Why is it dangerous?
All my friends are before me. so
Okay.
I don't know.
Like, I don't really understand who are thirsty for women.
Yeah, someone who can attract is thirsty.
But they do not have the resources to attract them.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you mean?
Because as a man, you need to build. You build as a man. You are born with zero values. You need to build everything.
I think maybe they do not understand the whole thing. If someone is thirsty for a woman and
Who's
doesn't
needy? That's what I'm trying to say.
More like they're simps.
They are simps. Who's needy?
Get women. Like they
Who's
can do anything to get a woman.
You can do it.
like they want to impress women,
Yeah.
They are too needy, yeah.
but they do not have the resources.
Yeah.
Because they are.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Like they do not understand what is needed to attract a woman.
yeah.
They do not understand what is needed to attract a woman. We can say that's the thing. We can say that there are those people who tell you that I do want a girlfriend that I wanna fuck, but I can't go better.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Kinda.
It's part of the resource. Having money to a woman is a resource. That's the reason she might be attracted to you. See, that's my take.
What are you saying? What's the danger for you having friends who are needy for women? Who are simps?
You know what?
They
what
will
I
do
think?
anything to sacrifice.
You know what? Do I think?
Yeah.
They say you hang around the barber shop long enough, sooner or later you're gonna get a haircut.
Yeah.
You will repeat that.
They say you hang around the barber shop long enough, sooner or later you're gonna get a haircut.
Meaning.
The people around me influences me.
Yeah.
The people around me. If my friends are not those kind of people, Valorant, they want to improve themselves in order for girls to be attracted to them.
Yeah.
I'm fucked.
But guys, why do you feel like we have to do so much for a girl to impress girl? Why is this thing coming from?
That's why
do we have
to change your
why are we
intentions.
the one that have to be so impressive for them?
Because you are the traditional leader.
Yeah.
Because you are the leader, so you're the one who's supposed to take the role of. It's your role to go and approach women. It's your role to be attractive. She must find you attractive. It's your role to work harder, to improve yourself, not improve it for her. That's the problem. That's why many people they go wrong and then they commit suicide. Because all of his life he was improving himself to
Can I
attract
ask?
certain women. And
Can
then
I
she
ask?
says no.
Can I ask? Do you want to be loved for what you have, or do you want to be loved for who you are?
That depends from finding a wife.
No, let's be honest.
For me-
I want to know: do you want to be loved for what you have, or
What
do
I
you
have.
want to be loved for who you are?
Everyone wants love for who he is, like what you are. But deep
that's
down,
idealistic.
that's what it's supposed to be like.
That's
not
ideal.
true.
Yeah, that's idealism.
It got killed by women. Women child that shit. It's got child. It got.
In
fucked,
other way,
that
you
one.
don't believe that you can find someone who you
Who
might
really
love
loves
and
for
start building
who you
something
are.
with.
Nah, someone is gonna love you for what you provide, what you bring to the table. Now these days,
In this age and time,
that's what they
my
want.
friend, in this age and time, let's face the reality.
That's what
like
they want.
with
They don't
idealism.
care about.
You can have that's idealism. That's thinking idealistically. But then if you wanna think
But that's a good
realistically,
question.
if you wanna think realistically, women, why have got their certain standards that
But if
they
you-
want us to
I want-
measure up to.
I want you to understand, if you feel like you have to have some certain things for a woman to be attractive to you, first thing you have to know now, this person doesn't really love me.
We know.
Yeah,
we
they
know.
know.
Everybody knows.
You are the one who's loving her for who she is.
Yeah.
How is it
That's
that
why-
it's possible for you to love her for who she is,
It is possible for you.
but she can't love you for? It is possible for her to
is
love me for,
possible for her,
for
but-
who I am.
No.
But for the fact that we know, you know what, where it comes from. For the fact that I know someone who has a GTI can have about 5 girlfriends and they get along fine. I know if I have some cool stuff, these girls will come to me easily because we want easy things.
Why?
But we should be loved for who we are, man.
Man,
Love.
let me tell you something. No matter how we want to change the reality, that's how the reality is. We have to face something. Women, they love men like with bruh, they love what you have. They love what they want what's best, right? They want the man that's
Yeah, they
best.
look for the best. That's what.
So you have to be the best first.
Yeah.
Don't do it for them, but be the best for you.
Yeah,
be
that's
the best.
That's where
Then
it becomes.
Because
Because-
every girl,
Yeah.
every girl has this mindset. I deserve the best.
Yeah.
so you have to
Yeah,
be
if,
that
I
best.
like the fact that
what
you
do you
said
have
do
to
it for
offer?
yourself.
Yeah.
But once you want to do something and you want to do it for a woman, that way it becomes.
That's what I was saying yesterday.
Nkalwan,
I
that
hope
way
those
it
guys
becomes.
were watching yesterday. You see?
That way it becomes.
That's what I was saying to the other guys yesterday. Saying the same thing. Are you listening?
You should do it for yourself.
Yeah.
And if that thing is yours, it's part of who you are.
Yeah.
Nkalwan. But when you approach a girl, do not approach her and show her what you have.
No.
That's I once heard someone giving advice to somebody. He said, once you meet a girl for the first time, do not take her out on the first day.
Yeah.
Because if you take her out on the first day, she will love the fact that you're also a guy that takes a girl out. Even though you can afford taking her out, do not take her out until you realize some certain aspects about her. What kind of a person she is. Because when she realizes that you are a guy that can take her out, she knows the first step of who you are before you can know who she is. You don't know who she is already. Then you know what? She starts behaving like a good girl.
And
Once
she
you behave like a good girl, you are deceived. You don't know the person you are
She's
deceived.
giving you who she wants you to see.
Yeah, you don't know if she really likes
That's
me
the bad
or she
side.
likes the fact that I took her out the first time.
Yeah, but then do you also believe that as a man you are born without value and a woman is born with 100% value?
No, I don't believe that.
don't believe that.
No, you know what I believe, man? I believe women are like flowers that eventually they get to rot.
Exactly what we mean.
And it fade away.
Exactly what we
are
mean.
born with a huge ass.
We are born without the flowers and then they bloom as we grow up. They are born as flowers and then they shrivel as they grow.
Yes.
That's what I
They
mean.
lose value as they grow.
Hey, we gain
value.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Especially
But we are not really born with value. We are born with value.
We are not in the, we are talking like in the relationship sense, right?
Okay.
Like women, as a man, if you are born, you have nothing. You have to build. Bruh, let's go to Dubai right now and look at all the men that are there. They had to work their butt off to get there, all of them. No man was just invited there. No man was just invited at the age of let's go to Dubai. But then 90% of women there, they were just invited just for being cute.
Yeah, for being cute, under 90, under 20
That's
years
what you
old.
mean. Exactly.
Yeah, but as they get old, what happens?
They are not only invited to the parties, the boat,
They are with a cat.
the yachts.
Now they are with a cat.
The value depreciates.
So
that's
that's
why I'm
what
saying
you
men
mean,
and women are not the same. You can look at this in any aspect. They are not the same.
Yeah, for example, then, how many chances do you have to be rich?
As a man,
Yeah.
a lot.
A lot.
Yeah,
But
I think so. I don't know from your perspective. I think I have a lot of chances of being rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But look at this. A girl can do nothing and become rich in life.
She can, exactly.
You can't.
At 19 years old,
Do nothing.
she can
Do
something. She can twerk on Instagram.
Get married to a rich guy.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
What do you have to do?
I have to work.
You have to work.
Pass your ass off.
Yeah.
You
You have
You
to
can
put
go in
in
an Instagram
prove
at
yourself.
17 years old or 16 years old
You have a
and
point.
then get
Yeah.
money from Instagram while
But it
shaking
depends on
ass.
the kind of a girl she is. I can say a beautiful girl has that chance. Not any girl. We have to be realistic, guys. Not any girl. Do you think a rich man will go for any girl?
Chowing is chowing.
No. Listen, bro. Do you think a rich man is someone who's wealthy, someone who's
No,
to
he
take a
won.
girl?
He won the best.
See?
Yeah, he won the best.
They also depend on the type of a girl she is, her body, her face, and how she looks actually.
Yeah, that's
That's what can make her rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing.
So it's misfortune if you're ugly.
Yeah. But that's why in schools you find that girl who's not good looking. You find that she's a genius because she has no distraction. No one is distracting her. She only focuses on her book. She has no stress. See, that's the one that gets to be a genius. That's the one gets to see books more than anyone else. That's the one gets to uplift yourself.
Okay, so let's talk about sex. No? In that sense, let's talk about sex. As a man, what do you have to do to get sex? As an average man.
Average, you're not rich, you're just average.
Yeah, you're just average.
As an average.
Compared to an average girl, how which one is it harder to can have sex? Between an average man and an average girl.
I think I'm
Come
rich, man.
on, for women, it's easy for them to get sex because there are a lot of men who are thirsty for that thing.
That's what I was saying.
But for a man to have, if you do not have money, for a man to have sex, if you do not have, they will tell you about performance. You can just. That's what they trap. Once you can perform well, she's trapped. Until she realizes that now she needs something to eat because you can provide the. That's why you find posts, especially on social media, saying that when she has no money but she fucks good, then you don't know whether to live or to stay. You see, some will tell you when she doesn't fuck good but she has money.
Yeah, exactly.
Those kind of things come in.
They're always looking for what's best to fit their needs.
No, they do not know which decision to make. They do not know which decision to
That's why they
make.
can never stay still.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. That was okay. That take it really ten. Okay, gents. So we understand that all of us, in order to escape the matrix controls you because of what you don't have. So they use what you don't have then to control you. So number one, in order to control someone, you need to take over their mind. You need to use something to take over their mind. So the matrix, they use money. Yeah? And then what they do, they take over their minds. How? They make you become weak mentality, weak physicality. So you don't work hard, you're right, you can be obese, you can be fat, you can do whatever you want, you can watch TV, you can jerk off, you can watch porn, you can do all of that stuff. They promote some shit on stuff like you can be whatever you want, you can be a female, be soft, be weak and cry. That's an oppression of your mind. Number two, they use money because they know money controls most of the stuff these days because they know you can't say anything. For example, say you get a job in 9 to 5. So you don't have an opinion then. You are always scared you might get fired anytime. So you are being controlled because you can't really say what you want to say. Because once you start to verbally say what you want to say, what your opinion is, you're going to get fired. So it's being tricked. So now, I have a question for you, gents now. So now, for the basic thing that you all know, as a man, gents, as a man, as a G, you need to improve yourself. You need to become at a certain level, improve your finances, improve your mentality, and improve your physicality. All these things go together because that's the basic things they use to control us in every way. Okay. So right now, gents, I want you to describe. You're gonna give me your own point of view. What a high value man is, because you need to have value. Number one. A woman will never go for something valueless because she's like, I'm so much value and stuff.
Okay, but let me just say it. I just don't like the fact that everything a man does it to impress a woman.
Yeah, you don't like the fact that.
Nah, we shouldn't do things to impress women. We shouldn't do. Once you don't impress women, once you become that man that even a girl, she's beautiful. Every beautiful girl, you know what she's used to. She's used to, hey, just because she knows she's beautiful, she walks around, every guy stops her and she wanna talk to you. If you pass that girl and you don't talk to her, she gets to question herself. What's wrong?
Yeah. What changed?
Yeah, don't do it to impress her. Once you don't do it to impress a guy who is not trying to attract, who is not trying to chase with this woman, they come to him. They will come to you. Yeah,
What you have.
yeah, with what you have, but don't do it for them. Once you don't do it for them, you'll be selfish like them.
Yeah.
You can kick it out anytime or call another one.
Yeah.
But isn't the good thing?
Call another one.
That's the thing. That's what
What
is
makes a
true.
woman humble in a relationship is the fact that she knows that she's not alone. We have this thing, you have choices. Doesn't that make a woman this thing faithful? If she knows that you have multiple options, you can leave her anytime. If she does, doesn't that makes you more attractive and makes her respect you? If she knows that you have
Yeah,
options,
it does.
it does, gents.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. I thought you were gonna disagree. She must know, because she'll never respect you. If she's the only one in your life right now, gents, I'm just honest. If she's the only one in your life right now, she can do whatever because no, it's gonna come back to me. I can go and
Because you
find
don't-
that
She will
guy.
test you
Because you
first.
don't have any
Just
option.
small things. She will test you first
She's
before.
just
Gonna
testing
come
you
back.
with. Yeah.
So what's a high value man according to your own standards? What do you think a man to have high value, what does he need to do? So a lot of people are watching, so they need to know what's the direction, because we are busy talking about escaping the matrix, becoming free. So what are those traits they need to acquire as they grow up so that they can become without being forced to do something? Because we are being forced because they are controlling us with a lot of shit.
Fine. My definition of this thing, a high value man is a man who worked hard on himself, like focus on yourself as you grow up. Like this guy said, like we shouldn't do it for girls again. So I'm just gonna try to put it like away from girls. But all we know is that like you gotta work hard, okay, so that when they look at you differently. Yeah. So what I think is like if you are saying like you're a high man, like high valued man, like you should make sure like you're prestigious, like first of all, like your dignity. You know? Dignity matters a bit, like whether you have money or you don't have money, always have a dignity. And like on my perspective, I also think like you should be like physically, like your physical appearance does matters to me. I don't know about you guys, but
Yeah.
my physical appearance does matter to me. Then as you grow, like just at least be able like to live an affordable life. I didn't say you should be rich. You won't be rich like that easy. It's not easy
Yeah, it's not.
for everyone to be rich, but at least have an affordable life. Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I think, please.
Okay.
For what I think, a high value man is someone who believes in what he thinks. First, you have to understand how you think. If you do something like to impress certain kind of people, that means those people can take your value down. If I look this way so that someone can appreciate me, if those people throw negative comments at me, that thing can depreciate me if I think I have high value. If today, let's say, I feel like I've worn like a pila today, but if I go out there and they do not look at me the way I think I look like, that thing depreciates my value. Value is something that has to be mentally first. It's like confidence. Having confidence in yourself is having value. Having to believe in what you think is having value. If you don't believe in what you think, if you are easily influenced, like you do not have value, go everywhere the world goes. You should stick to your own mind. Like when I first started with you, I found that you already started.
Yeah.
This guy said that there are things that you didn't really like, but the fact that the world loved them, and that's what you found. Like you gave an example of a pizza. Right? You said a pizza you were meant to believe is nice, and you believed it's nice, and you went to buy it, and that means you are influenced. But if you are not influenced, you only go for things that only suit you. That's when you gain value in your life. Value is when you satisfy your own inner being. You have to be satisfied before you can satisfy everyone. If you are not full inside, trying to make everyone full, it's not possible. At the end of the day, you are the sad guy. How do you while you are sad, you know that, man, I live to prove to these people. And if these people are not
impressed, also.
if they are not impressed, that means I lose my confidence. See, that's the thing.
Okay.
I get it now.
Okay, now I think a high value man is actually someone, as the guys have already pointed out, a guy who respects himself first, a guy who stands his ground, what he thinks, he stands for it.
Okay.
But yes, he's open to suggestion, he's open to learning more, right?
Yeah.
But then he stands his ground. When he believes in something, he stands up for it, right? It's a man who's got he's got morals. He probably maybe you have to have a sort of religion or something that you actually
Guides your life.
it guides you in a way. Thank you for that. So as someone who actually, you have to be grounded on something. You can't just live your life like you're the wind. You understand? So you have to be grounded. You have to believe in what you think and what you believe in, right? Thirdly, you have to be physically strong, because they always say the best therapy for men is gym. Gym makes you physically strong and mentally strong, because then you are able to deal with things that, with a brave mind, and hey, instead of just going to therapy and then going to cry in front of a lady. And then thirdly, I think you must also be financially free. This is the most important one. Why do I say this? When you are financially free, you must be more financially liberated. Why? As a man, you are supposed to be a provider. So for you to keep your traditional gender roles, you have to be able to provide. AndrewTate said, he just came from prison right now. No? He said, he was so happy when he was in prison, because his family was still taken care of. That's why he's a G, because he's able to take care of his family even though he's not there. Even if he was dead, he knows his family is still going to be taken care of by him, by what he did in this world. Wow. So you have to be that person who's able to provide for your loved ones and protect them, make sure they are okay. That's what I think high value man is. He looks out for his family or people that actually depend on him. So I think that's what a high value man is.
You took it out.
It comes down to me being a high value man.
Yeah.
I think to me it starts in the mindset.
Yeah.
Your mindset. And if you're confident about yourself, being confident, always improving yourself, of course somewhere down the line you'll be a high value man. Respecting yourself. There are those things. There are sometimes where you find you not exactly expect people to respect you in this way. Not just the way you respect yourself and the way you respect other people. They're gonna respect you in the same way. Yeah. Then in that way you're building yourself a dignity. Then that dignity will give you the high value person you want to be, a personality that you want. Yeah. And another thing is coming down to this thing, our mindset are programmed. We're programmed.
Sure.
We're programmed to do
He's not telling you.
But you have to understand this thing I'm emphasizing.
You can feel the sadness in the way I'm programmed. He said, this guy.
Don't cry, right?
Yo, he's crying for the community.
No, good. I wish every guy can have this kind of a mindset where conversations like this where you find we're improving guys' mindsets. We're just programmed that we have to do this, do that, do this, do that. But there's something we are not told, or we don't learn that thing. If we are told how money works, you improve yourself. We all want to get rich. But how does money work? Well,
nobody knows and nobody cares.
Nobody knows and nobody cares.
Yeah,
We
they just want to get a rent and go and buy an apple. You don't care how you save that, how you can actually make more.
It's to make fun another day.
The thing about money, like you shouldn't save. They say you shouldn't save because the state it's printing money. It's always printing money. So you shouldn't save. You shouldn't save. You shouldn't invest.
The state is not always printing money.
Hey, bruh, you know, you're reminding me of something. I had 300 rands like just 2 weeks ago. I was like, I listened to Robert Kiyosaki. He was like, do not save money. They are printing money. I spent that money. Now I'm broke, baba. Hey, he's broke.
Invest. Investment is the best thing.
Yeah, bro.
That's how money works. When to invest, I had also one of the thing about money, but I should give you a chance. If I can do.
No.
Should I? The thing about money, you know how the money works. If we all go to the bank and the bank is able to print out the money that they do not have. It's able to generate money out of the air.
So
and
money
give it to people for a loan, and they bring it back in. That's how the bank gets rich, and you get to be working for the bank. You become a slave somehow because the bank is printing money out of nowhere, like just an amount out of nowhere. It can print hundreds of billions out of nowhere. Then we go out there. We are busy saving money in the same bank. In the same bank. When you check out your bank balance, it's still the same. But they took the money that is yours and gave a loan to somebody. That's the thing. So when it comes to money, we should just invest.
Just invest.
Saving, I think, is the first steps towards investing because it depends on how financially stable you are. You cannot invest about 300. You cannot invest 500. So I think saving is also a good step. Saving has something we call discipline. You cannot save without discipline. If you do not have discipline,
but if
once you have money, you will start going crazy, man. You do not think straight.
But if you have 300 rands, it's not gonna. You're not gonna invest 300 rands.
That's how investment work. It takes time. That's invest what you have. But I know I'm gonna talk this in another video. It's fine.
Yeah, guys. So we've come to the last part of the podcast here. I want us to react to an AndrewTate and Tristan video, right? So we're just gonna watch this and then say what we think, right?
I was with my brother and it was just him and I. We truly had some genuine days where we laughed like we always laugh. Me and him laugh and have fun on a private jet, and we laughed and had fun in a Romanian prison cell because that's just who we are. And I also have to give my brother some credit while we're here. I would like to state that I absolutely, genuinely believe I have the best brother in the world. And I'll tell you why. I always knew I had the best brother in the world, but he proved it in jail, and I'll tell you why. My brother was put in jail for being my brother. He hasn't said any videos. He hasn't said anything on the internet. He hasn't said any of the things I've supposedly said. The Matrix isn't attacking him. The BBC doesn't print about him, nothing. Why was Tristan Tate in jail? Because it's Tate brothers. So they just took him and threw him in a cell.
Yeah, so what do you think about that? About brotherhood, that brotherhood that he's actually talking about here?
Brotherhood, like the fact that his brother was only jailed because he's his brother.
Yeah. No, like basically, like what do you think about his brother, like their brotherhood, like in essence?
Each other. For if I go down with you.
Yeah.
So that brotherhood, for number one, that's very enormous.
Yeah.
It's very hard to sacrifice your life for something that you didn't do. I know you're my brother, but to go for an extra mile.
One of the traitors.
I'm not a traitor. I'm trying to take you somewhere. Well, the fact that we are working together.
Sure.
And then we find, maybe you meet someone, then you beat someone, then since we are brothers, maybe you fight someone, then you eat that person, then the cops come, and then they take you, and they say like, no, it means, brother, I'm going with you. It shows a different level of brotherhood.
And of loyalty.
Even if you go down, I go down with you, wherever you go, I'm gonna be there. Because I even saw another video, said this guy, they said, no,
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you think that brother placed his loyalty in his brother because of love or because of the person he knows? Because he knows his brother, what his brother is capable of.
I think because he knows what his brother is capable of.
He can't
he can't back down. he'll support me. It's like knowing that even if I fall, I can't fall down. There's someone who's always gonna be behind me. When I fall, is gonna be catching me. That's the brother you need to trust, and the brother you need to
It's the kind of bond they actually share. They're like, we go through the same shit.
That's been for
When we speak of bond, that means you're choosing is the fact, the love between them. Because I say, maybe it's because he knows the person, his brother is capable of doing the things he's capable of doing. Even the fact that now AndrewTate, right? He's out of jail and now he's financially stable. He knows that he's capable of doing those kind of things. He believed in him. Even though, prison couldn't stop him from being who he's supposed to be. It wasn't only love. They can be love.
Yeah, Tristan trusted. He trusted Andrew in such a way that there's this the other video. He was like, "How in the hell did you ever think? Did you ever think you people are ever gonna stop Andrew Tate? Like, Ibra, he showed
that's the thing. You see what I'm
trust him with all his heart. That guy, he trust him with all his heart.
believe in it.
I was like, how in the hell?
He believed in what he's capable of.
In a million years.
He knows, like, okay, because this guy Andrew, he was being accused of some shit and bullshit stuff. So he knew, like, this is my brother. Even if I was not there, I know, I trust him, and we have a deep bond. Now, no one ever. And if he falls, then I'm falling down with him. Nothing's gonna separate. Even if jail, even if the
even if he was guilty, he was still gonna go.
He was
with him
gonna go
because he's his brother. You know,
that's another level that you can't even find these days.
No, that doesn't exist, bro.
Let's continue here.
I got from people was them complaining about the problems me being in jail had given. Like, you think that wouldn't happen, right? You think, oh, you come out of jail, people would be like, oh, are you okay? They're like, oh, you're okay? You're out now? Okay, yeah, well, listen, Mo. You'd be amazed. You'd be amazed. And I'm like, I was in jail. What do you want me to do? Yeah, that sounds unfortunate. I was in a jail cell. What do you want me to do about it? It's kind of crazy how much everyone's kind of self-interested. So it's been a learning curve, and you learn a lot about a lot of different people, and your circle gets smaller. And I think that's probably one of the reasons God put me in there, to just learn a lot and make my circle smaller. And you just have to listen to him and pay attention to it and say, okay, all right, you're off, you're off, you're off, you're on, you're on, you're on. But my brother, I have to give him credit, because I tell you, I also think me and Tristan are one of the best teams in the world because we have different roles inside of our brotherhood. My role is to be concerned and to panic. Not panic, that's the wrong word. I never panic. My role is to be concerned and try and fix the problem. I'm in jail, pacing up and down. How do we get out? And Tristan's role is to not care. And together, that helps us achieve the objective best, because when we really need to get out, I'm in charge. His role is to not care. Sometimes I can barely sit still. Tristan finishes court, walks straight into the room. It's a matrix attack, it's bullshit, I'm going to sleep. And went to bed, clean asleep. I was like, how the fuck are you asleep? He didn't care at all. He just went straight to bed. And then when he woke up like 6 hours later, matrix attack? I'm like, yeah, you thought so. And just rolled back over. Didn't care.
But it's perfect for a guy like you.
But that's what you need. I need that.
I agree.
Because if I had someone else next to me as hyped as me, I would have gone insane.
I agree.
I need someone like him who's just like, he had the superpowers, like, bro, I love jail. Jail's great. Look, we got coffee. I love jail. None of my women are messaging me. I love jail. I'm telling you, I had 45 minutes on the phone a day, and I used all of my minutes. Tristan never made a single phone call from jail.
Get out of here.
Not one. I was like, Tristan, do you want to speak to anyone? Nah. Sit there watching Romanian news. Didn't give a shit. Like, bulletproof. But the only reason he's so bulletproof that way is because he knows I'm doing the absolute best the other way. He couldn't be that way if I wasn't trying to get us out, because then he would try to get out. You need the yin and yang. So like when it was chill time, it was his mental frame. And when it was how do we get out of here, it was my mental frame. But Tristan's superpower is genuinely not caring. I can't explain the level of how much it didn't affect him. He didn't bother him at all. I didn't see him sad, nothing. He was smiling. He didn't care. You consider yourself.
Okay, so like that was the video of Felix. It's just giving like reviews about him being in jail and all stuff. So, and he had a lot to talk about his brother. he had a lot to talk about his brother, and we've been talking about Tristan, but about
not giving a fuck.
Hey, we've been talking about Tristan. Tristan is like he's the Terminator. It's like he's got no emotions. That guy of it. So I don't know what do you guys think? Like, do you even think he deserved to have been in jail without being charged in that sense? Without being charged?
That kid,
since no crime, nothing was fine against you. So if you didn't do anything, you're not supposed to be in jail. According to law, you're not supposed to be there. So since there's a kind of different brotherhood that we are seeing going on there, so that's very different and very unique.
So why do you think they even did this? Like, in real truth, why did they have to put them away?
Both of them. How do you think I'm gonna guess that?
I don't know.
Hey, bro.
Because they are the Tates. That's the only reason.
They are the most like influential people in the world, and I think at the rate that they were going, bro, they were cracking the matrix for real.
Yeah.
So I think they wanted to slow them down because like when they're away, they can't make content, they can't do their business, they can't get more richer. He was getting rich faster, that guy, bro.
4 times a day.
So now I don't know. I think like it's actually like these are the one of the men that we actually have to look up to as men. Like you were talking about what would you do, or how dangerous it is for you as a guy to have like friends that can't get women, but then they still seem to get them, right?
Yeah.
I never answered that question, but I think that's like the most dangerous thing, because like a man who can't get a woman as your friend, brother, you cannot trust that guy. You cannot trust that guy. If you are my friend, bruh, you can betray me. What if that woman, she wants some information on me and then she comes to you? You want to fuck and you can't get it. Then you're gonna break that male bond that you actually trust each other.
Yeah, you don't have grounds.
So you are more to betray your friends if you can't get women, because then you want to get a chance.
Obsession with women.
Once you get a chance, you spill even if it's not your friend's girl, you get a woman, you're gonna be talking everything, you're gonna be revealing your secrets. Imagine if one of us had to reveal our secrets, you're gonna be fine. So it's like a woman you have to like. AndrewTate said that you, as a man, you have to like have a very strong network of people who are very much like you.
Yeah.
If you can get women, get a guy who can get women. If you make money, get guys who are actually making money, or they are looking to make money, but then they cannot be said that they don't, because money and women, those are the two things that actually guys betray each other for. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's like that. I believe that as a man, you have a responsibility of having a strong network. People who are gonna push you to go to the gym. If you can't go, then you feel like you're a bitch now. Because they are going to the gym, all of them, when you're sitting there with your girlfriend. So I believe that you have to have a strong man or network of people who actually doing the same thing that you do, or love the same thing that you love. You understand? So then we have the main mission. We have the one mission, just to be rich, to be physically fit, and then.
But even though forget it, we have to, as much as we respect people like AndrewTate, we have to understand that.
Yeah, it's about to finish now.
Yeah.
Okay, he's paused.
No, finish.
No, go on.
As much as we respect people like AndrewTate, we have to understand that everybody has their own destiny, guys.
Yeah.
There's those people who started as about clever, like those doing funny stuff, growing up, the scheme, about clever, but life just turned out in a way that they are successful. But even though you never expected something like that, everyone has their own destiny.
You create your own destiny.
No, once someone once tell me that you can create me, yes, you do have the willpower in your life, but you do not have the 100% will to be who you are. Yeah. There are some decisions you make unaware, and they affect your present and your future. There are some decisions you make aware. There are some decisions you make mistakenly. Those kind of things, that shows you that you do not have the 100% will of your life. You can't really control who you are. You can't really control where you are going. But there are things that you can do and control. But there are things, just because you have a purpose, and there's a purpose higher than the one you think, there's a purpose higher than your dreams. There are things you have to pass there. Just imagine, can you wake up and plan the whole day to be this way, and that day be exactly as you planned?
No ways.
It can't, because you do not have the 100% will. If you had the 100% will, you were going to do what? Let's say today I want to study for 4 hours, and maybe for the whole week every day I'll be studying for 4 hours. It takes discipline, but there are things that might come in between your discipline. I was here to start. You know what happened? I had the conversation and I had to do it. I didn't expect that. You have to understand that
some decisions are made for you, or like
there's some
influenced by something.
Yeah, you don't have 100% will, but you just have to focus on what you can control.
Okay, I know. We've hurt you.
Okay.
So guys, this is it for today. We have come to the end of the podcast, which is
So this
episode
guy
4.
is going.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So we've come to the end of episode 4 today, and we thank you for having, bet us, and we hope you've listened, because as we are actually cracking the walls of the matrix, we need your help to actually listen to us and do whatever we say, because
Doesn't even take a finger to subscribe.
it does. It does. That's all it takes, actually.
Doesn't take a finger to subscribe.
Yeah, so guys, so please, I'm going to say one last thing. This is the quote that I'm going to finish up with today, is that I allow my enemies, or I allow manipulation so that I can know where my enemies want me to be. So, and I get there, and then I use my mind to break the traps of the matrix and punish the perpetrators. So with that, deuces, bitches.
Peace.